What's going on, YouTube? R to the double E dash to the ZON coming at you once again. Um, yo, I think I've made my decision as far as the whole announcement video that I made the other day on whether or not I was gonna just call it quits as far as YouTube goes, or continue going forward, or be around, whatnot, whatever. Yes or no? I think I'm gonna stick around, man. I think I'm gonna stick around. I don't know how consistent I'll be because I got so much going on as far as school. Like I said before, all my obligations, my girlfriend, relationship, my kids, my own job, my own school, and things like that. But I don't know. Making those two videos, making the Nintendo Switch rumors video and making the my possible retirement, so to speak, video, kind of got the juices flowing again, man. So I'm just gonna roll with it and say, fuck it, let's go. Let's just keep it going. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that. What I wanted to talk about in this video is, man, like I saw a couple of comments on the last couple of videos I made. I had a lot of you guys reach out and say, hey, no, don't stop. We need you here, or whatever. And some of you even went as far as to say, no, we understand. Whatever. Whenever you want to come back, you come back. Whatever. It was a lot of love, and I was happy about that. But I also saw a lot of a couple comments. Like I remember there was one dude in specific, and I'm not singling him out at all. I appreciate the comment. I even told him that. I think his YouTube name was SK Massive, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even want to know what that means, though. But anyways. SK Massive, he was like, I think he jumping the gun, and then he gave his argument about the Switch and why he thinks I'm jumping the gun and all that. And I responded to him in comment, but I wanted to make a video about it because I wanted to be very clear. I'm not jumping the gun. I'm not saying these rumors are true, and I'm not saying that Nintendo is in actuality doing what these rumors say. What I was saying is that these rumors come from a very credible source because this particular source has been right about everything that they have exposed about the Switch thus far. So I kept saying at the very beginning of that video, if you watch it, I kept saying, if these rumors are true, then this is how I feel about it. Now, the other thing I wanted to clear up about that was if those rumors are true, yeah, I'm gonna be upset. And there was another dude, I can't remember his name, but he had a very long comment on the thread, and he was talking about, in a nutshell, he loved the hair, by the way, you know what I'm saying, but he also was saying that, that chasing power in this industry is basically leading to a dead end, and that the Xbox One and the PS4 take up so much power, they're going to burn out, and this and that, and I read his entire comment, and I don't agree or disagree. There are some valid points in there. But I can't agree with the point about chasing power leading to a dead end. This is a technology-driven industry. Technology is constantly evolving and getting better day in and day out. And again, I'm not saying this to make myself special, but I'm saying this because I kind of have a front row seat in the sense of I'm sitting here being trained to make games. And I'm seeing what we're working with, and I'm seeing what the industry is aiming at. It's not. It's not even current gen technology. It's always what's coming next. So I guess that's where he comes with the point of chasing technology. That's kind of what we gotta do. If Nintendo wasn't chasing technology back in '94, '5, and '6, around that time, then we never would have had the analog joystick brought back into a handheld controller for the N64. If they weren't chasing technology, we wouldn't have had the Rumble Pack for force feedback that's now a standard in every controller. If the industry and the people in the industry weren't doing that, we wouldn't have I'll even name some gimmicks or some products that really didn't take off, but they had a really good idea. The Sega, I think it was Sega that made it, the Activator. It was like a booth or something, like a platform that you stepped on, and you can literally throw punches and kicks to play fighting games. There was another one. There was a vest that provided like the sound. There was like speakers in the vest, and it provided sound and a little bit of I guess the infancy stages of force feedback, but on your whole upper body. That was the industry chasing technology. Nintendo with the Virtual Boy, biggest failure of all time. Well, I don't know about all time, but it was pretty fucking bad. But that was Nintendo chasing technology. Oh shit, VR, let's try it. Blah blah blah. By trying it, they know now. Nintendo knows now. What Sony and Microsoft still hasn't found out, and still trying to fucking put their heads in the VR business. We ain't nowhere near that yet. Sony and Microsoft don't know that, but Nintendo does because they chased technology back in the day and got their ass beat with the Virtual Boy and said, "Oh shit, okay, no, the world's not ready for this yet. We're not ready for this yet. We don't have the technology." So, all in all, as far as that dude goes, I don't remember his name. I swear to God, I wish. I'm not calling him out. I'm not trying to disrespect him. I'm saying, bro, I appreciate your comment. I agree in some parts. I disagree in others. That's the main part where I disagree. I think we do need to be chasing technology, but with a vigilant eye. You know what I'm saying? Not just chasing technology, gung-ho 100%. You chase the technology, but you work on what you got now. Trying to get it to what you're chasing. That's the way I look at it. But, also what I wanted to speak about as far as the topic of this video, aside from, answering some of y'all comments, was also what do I think Nintendo should do? What would I like Nintendo to do? Because I'm the one that made the video about if these Switch rumors are true, I'm going to have a real big fucking problem with Nintendo. What would I like to see them do? Alright, check this out. It's very simple. Nintendo, for the last couple generations, Wii and Wii U, those 2 generations, kind of started in the GameCube, but GameCube was still pretty badass and had a lot of more third-party support than Wii and Wii U combined. So it kind of started there, but really the Wii and Wii U is what we're talking about. For those 2 generations, Nintendo has basically gone about the business of, this is not all they've done. I'm just saying this is what I'm focusing on. They've gone about the business of separating themselves as this Nintendo box, right? And in this box, you can have all these great experiences that only Nintendo can give you. This is the Nintendo console. The Wii, the Wii U, and the later stages of its life, the GameCube. And that is awesome because there you have all the shit you can't get anywhere else that you die for as far as a game. But the reason that they separated themselves into that is because they didn't continue to I don't know if the word is evolve, adapt, whatever. They didn't continue to pour power into their console the way the competitors did. So when the rest of the game developer community, the third parties and even the second parties were trying to make games to put on these new consoles with this new technology that can do so much more, they couldn't do their games on Nintendo system. So more and more Nintendo, whether directly or indirectly, alienated themselves more and more to the left. You know what I'm saying? They're basically just like, oh, this is us over here. Over here, you got a shitload of amazing experiences. But if you want those other experiences that are also pretty damn good, you can't have them over here. We can't do them. That's the problem. What do I want? I want Nintendo to make a system that is every bit as powerful, if not more so. Up the ante, man. Look, man, Nintendo has always innovated. They've always innovated with their controllers, with their console design. The quote unquote gimmick of every Nintendo console is mainly its main innovation. What it brings new to the table. How fucking awesome would it be if Nintendo's main innovation, this console cycle coming up, would be to say, fuck all the weird shit, or what people think is weird, and fuck all the, out of the box shit. Let's just give them exactly what they fucking want. Let's give them a console with all the fucking power. Sony and Microsoft will not be able to match us. That's how powerful we're going to make this thing. Standard controller. I know this sounds, Nintendo fans, trust me, because I'm one of you. I know this sounds boring, but listen to where I'm going. Standard controller. No motion, no touchscreen, nothing. Just a system with raw power and a standard controller. What's the worst that can happen? I'll tell you what the worst that can happen is. Nintendo does that, one of 2 things are going to happen. The third party are going to be so turned on with a boner this big for this Nintendo system that they will give Nintendo everything as far as games. Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Mortal Kombat, all the shit that we've always talked about all the time. They will give them all that. Because they know they can put it on that system because they can handle it. And everybody loves Nintendo. Even the motherfuckers that say that they don't love Nintendo really do, because they play games because at one point they were a Nintendo fan. 90% of the people that play games today were a Nintendo fan at some point. So they know if Nintendo comes out with a beast system like that, they'd be stupid to not put their game on that system. That's the number one thing that can happen. Let's flip this. Let's flip the script. What if the third parties show themselves to be fucking cowards and backstabbers and say, no, fuck it, we don't want Nintendo to succeed? Well, then what you get is the same scenario that you have with the Wii U and potentially, I hope not, but potentially the Switch. But here's the difference. It's still as powerful as the others, or even more powerful than the other systems. So can you imagine the worst case scenario? Third party doesn't come on board? Fine, it's still just a Nintendo box. But could you imagine a Nintendo box with an online service like PSN or Xbox Live? With the power to produce graphics and just the processing power of those two consoles for a Zelda, for an F-Zero, for all your beloved Nintendo franchises? Can you imagine that shit? So it's like, it's the win is third party jumps on board and Nintendo takes over. The lose is they don't, and it's the same thing as it is with the Wii U and, you know, the potentially the Switch, and even a little bit the Wii before it. But with that much power and a great online service and all these features and just the power to do all these things that these other consoles do, can you imagine a Nintendo box with that? To me, it's not a win-lose. To me, that's a win-win. So that's basically where I'm going, man. That's what I want to see Nintendo do. Look, man, the Wii was amazing, but it was lightning in a bottle. The Wii U was fucking awesome for gamers who are actually gamers. It's very few of us out there, man. The people that make up the bulk of the sales in the gaming industry ain't really gamers. I've said this for years. Y'all done seen it for years. Give them exactly what they want. Give them a beast of a console with all the power you can muster. Standard controller, no gimmicks, no reason for them to look elsewhere. The third parties will flock to your fucking system, and you'll rule the fucking world. And if they don't, and it ends up at the same situation, at least you have a beast of a fucking console that you will be providing those Nintendo exclusive experiences that we all love on a system with all that power, basically all those toys to play with. I don't see a lose in that scenario. I don't see you doing worse than the Wii U commercially. I can guarantee you that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? And this is coming from somebody who's a die-hard, long-time, 25-plus year gamer. And more importantly, Nintendo gamer on top of everything else. But also coming from somebody who's getting into the industry now. And I know what we do behind the scenes. I know what it requires. And Nintendo just lately ain't been cutting it with providing the developers with a console that can do anything they need it to do. So they can put anything they want on it. Nintendo has not done that for 2 generations now. I pray to God the Switch is different, but I have my reservations. That's why I want them to go with what I'm saying. Do what they want, exactly what they want. Then if they don't jump on board, then we all know, and the entire world will know, and there will be no denying, even for the fucking haters, there'll be no denying that they simply didn't jump on board because they just don't want you to succeed. But then you're sitting there with the console with all that fucking power in games like The Legend of Zelda, Splatoon, Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, F-Zero, Pilot Wings, Wave Race, Kid Icarus, Kirby. I don't think you're in a bad spot with that, dude. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, God bless y'all. Stay gaming. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Like I said, man, I pretty much made my decision, man. I'm back, man. I ain't quitting. You know, it's not going to be as consistent as it's been in the past, but I will be here. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. Peace.